All right, Florida lawmakers close to live local act loopholes with historic site protections. Big changes are coming to Florida's affordable housing rules as lawmakers unanimously approved key amendments to the Live Local Act. Better than the alternative? On May 1st, both the Florida House and Senate passed SB 1730, a bill updating the 2023 Live Local Act, clarifying how and where affordable housing can be built across the state. Attorneys familiar with the land use law says that these updates close loopholes that some local governments use to block development. The bill now clearly defines commercial, industrial, and mixed-use zones and locks in height, floor area, and density limits based on rules in place as of July 1st, 2023. A last-minute amendment by Senator Chevron Jones also ensures historic areas are protected in neighborhoods listed on the National Register for Historic Places. New affordable housing near these zones will face stricter height limits and design requirements to preserve historic character. There's also good news for faith-based groups. Starting July 1st, religious institutions will be allowed to develop affordable housing on land they already own. Environmental safeguards are included too. Projects will not be allowed in sensitive regions like the Wakiva Protection Area or the Everglades. One major infrastructure update if the affordable housing is within a quarter mile of transit stop or a half mile from a major transportation hub. Developers only need to provide 15% of the usual parking, helping to ease development near public transit. And finally, as long as a proposed development meets local land use codes and aligns with the community's comprehensive plan, it will skip public hearings and go straight to administrative approval. How do we feel about this? The bill now heads to Governor Ron DeSantis, who can either sign it, veto it, or let it become law without his signature. How do we feel about skipping the public hearings, guys?
Usually they don't do any good anyway.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they're going to do. And the politicians pretty much already have their minds made up a lot of times. Okay. It's rare that the public hearings change anything.
All right.
But it sounds nice on paper, but I don't think there really is a such thing. I think it's like saying, we're going to develop a unicorn, but affordable housing really doesn't exist. At least not in an area like we live in. Mm-hmm. Is affordable housing 300,000? Well, yeah, that's great. You make 25,000 a year. No, it's still not affordable.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like I said, it's chasing the leprechaun or whatever you want to call it when you start talking about affordable housing.
What is the affordable housing amount now?
I think it's 250.
250?
Yeah.
I bought my first house in 2006, and affordable housing at that point was 140.
Yeah.
And I was working at Marineland, and the old salts that had been there forever were like, can you believe they're selling these houses for 140 and calling them affordable? And I'm like, I'm getting my mortgage right now. Let's do this.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. I bought my first house was, I think I bought my first house for $72,000. And I think that house would sell now for like $400,000.
Wow.
So,
yeah. It's wild.
It's crazy stuff. It's absolutely crazy stuff. And we're in better shape than a lot of other people out there that are, looking for homes and looking for these things. I mean, 250,000 is not even achievable for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to stay, 33% of your salary should go to housing. And, after you do that, the new interest rates and where they're at, and I mean, if you do a $250,000 home, you're looking at a mortgage $2,000.
It's crazy.
So, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's the low end before you even get into insurance.
Yeah.
So,
right.
You're probably looking like $2,400 for a house, and that's tough to manage.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's nothing here that's affordable.
Guys like Blake, I mean, it would be a challenge. He's gonna have a tough time finding that first house. Once you find the first house, then you can use the equity for the second house.
For sure.
But I mean, it's getting that first house under your belt is
I don't know how people even expect their kids to move out when they're 18. I mean, even renting is bad. Impossible. I mean,
it's
everything.
Awful. It's gonna be awful. Like so for like a year and a half I was in Lewis house at Flagler, and I thought I was like, okay, this is like my first step to like understand like, okay, how can I rent my own apartments with someone else? Then COVID hit. Then all of a sudden I was moving in back in with for legal reasons the greatest roommate I ever had.
For legal reasons.
to keep the rent low.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, so but I definitely do worry about like the next generation that we have, like the students that are now coming into college as well, like trying to find a roommate as well. Like you can easily find like a 4-bedroom apartment that you can share with like 4 other people.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be miserable? Yeah, probably. Is it going to be a lot?
Yeah, because there's going to be somebody who's the jerk in the
It's
house.
a learning
Was it you,
experience.
No, I was not. I'm a good roommate.
Pete?
Yeah.
Is he? Is he Blake?
He's all right.
Rebecca, add in the comments. Is he a good roommate?
I'm the best roommate of the 5 in the house. I can tell you that.
No. Ty is.
Well, he doesn't pay rent.
Knocks the score down. Well, I mean, I've got teenagers, and my kids, their freshman year of high school, they do a cost of living project as part of their economics lesson, and it's a real eye-opener. You can tell the kids that have finished cost of living because they have a much deeper appreciation for everything that they have. Because my daughter was just like, I don't even know, like, she just wants to get married and have babies. That's her dream. And trying to come up with a job that could keep her in the lifestyle with which she has become accustomed.
Yeah.
That was quite an eye-opening experience for my child. But it's wild. Like, they don't even talk about owning their first house, and they don't talk about moving out. They're not in a rush to get a driver's license because they know they're staying with their mom and dad for forever. My daughter really wanted her driver's license, but a lot of her friends have, they're weeks into being 16 and they haven't run down to the DMV
got their
yet.
permit yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them haven't. And so it's so weird because when I was 16, you wanted it on your birthday. If your birthday was on the weekend, you were mad.
Yeah.
Well, now they have the rule like you have to have your learner's permit for a year. So Blake at 15, he was like, I'll get it. I was like, you're going to want to drive at 16.
Yeah.
I was like, you are going to want to drive at 16.
Yeah.
And I kind of forced him to get his learner's permit. But when we got the driver's, he was ready to drive.
Yeah.
Indeed. But actually, funny enough, the day I got my driver's license, I somehow perfectly because I ended up on January 20th, 2017, the inauguration day. So after I was done with my lessons, I immediately ran inside and I finally saw him getting sworn in as president.
All right. Is that a big day for you?
Maybe for different reasons.
Yeah.